Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to our poet How, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodash. Call Hallelujah, How, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodash. That's in the ancient Hebrew, saying all praise to How, Yahushai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Yeah, How is the correct name for the God of the Bible, for the world ignorantly call Jehovah, God, or Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai, for the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. The true name for the God of the Bible in Hebrew is Yahweh. His son's true name in Hebrew is Yahushai. I want to give the honors unto elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And shalom to all the brothers and mothers who push this word in sincerity and in truth. To all that believe in this gospel, shalom. Brothers are from Camp James, Jamaica, and this lesson, as we're going to walk and talk, and spiritual prayer was meditating on talk, yeah. Turn this off. Yep. Yeah, I was meditating on the spiritual prayer in the book of Hebrews chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, "For it became him for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, in bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings." And maybe that's why I'm gonna name this lesson, perfect through sufferings. And at times I will go through hell, my esprit say, oh shit, things rough, but pray, we're supposed to do is pray the better, the reason or the results, right? There's a road towards it. Second Ezra 7th chapter tells us that the city is given unto a man. If he shall not go to the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And in order for us to be purified, in order for us to be made perfect, we have to go through sufferings. It's just like the precept. It's just like in order to be, we call it, if you will, muscular, or build some muscle, what we have to do? We have to go to the gym, we have to tear the muscles and then build back. Right? We have to eat healthy as well, and it's a struggle, it's a pain, it's a painful process, but you get you what? The result of a healthy or strong, healthy body. The same here as well, in order for us to be purified from all of the evil. We're growing up in Babylon, right? Have to go through the struggles, right? Wisdom has written of the trials. Let's see, yeah. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 16. It says, "For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, so though the flesh may suffer at times, you don't receive the pleasures that it desires." Because the flesh always seek after pleasure, which Scripture says, "She that liveth unto pleasure is dead while she lives." So even if we as men see the same, then we're dead. Because that's what this flesh seeks, pleasure, which destroy. But if we have what discipline, which is scriptures and the spirit, of in us, push for discipline, which lead to life. Right? It says, "But though the outward man perish, so though we resist." There's something. We're gonna go to I think it's 1 Peter 4. And start the one. It says, "For as much then as Yahushua had suffered for us in the flesh, Yahushua went through it, to the point that he went up on the cross." Think about 3 who went up on the cross, with he nailed them, plus him wounds. I'm going to say I'm not refer to the nail wounds alone, but them whip him, and the whip on a normal whip, like, right, they tear him skin, right, mark upon him head, well stressed out. Right, for about 3 hours in there hung upon the cross, with all that hell he went through. So it says, though he suffered, right, in the flesh, it says, harm yourselves likewise with the same mind. So we're supposed to be mentally prepared for the same thing, knowing that, hey, this is the walk of what? Suffering. He that cometh unto the Lord, must prepare your mind, See me, can I see that real quick? I don't know how much I. It's always a thing Paul was always saying to the churches, tell them go confirming the souls of the disciples them and exalting them that through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of heaven. So it's all about the struggle, the suffering, where we basically shed off the whole man. It's like a snake a change skin. And come out to that, the fight, come out to that, so you can basically be reborn or be renewed. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 2:1, it says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and may it not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. So it's about the last end, the end result. This flesh, the scripture said, the flesh profited nothing. It's the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing. The words I speak unto you, they are spirit, they are life. God, this flesh gonna perish. This scripture said, what flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God. So we're gonna change. So it's never ever about this body that we're in right now. You're not gonna make it. It's about the spirit. So the spirit is what is being purified. Right? Our minds being made perfect. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Right? So as they try gold, for purify it, remove the dross. So is men, so is us, in the furnace of adversity, struggles, go through hell, to purify us. Right? Ultimately, so it us, trust in our power, how about Shai? And that's it. And that's what it really leads to. Full trust. So the most at times of remove certain things from us, but we'll go through the narrow path here for us, leave things to him ultimately. So I'm going to go back to 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 1. It says, for as much then as Yahushua had suffered for us in the flesh, harm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that had suffered in the flesh had ceased from sin. So when we suffer in the flesh, when we start reject desires of the flesh, we cease from sin, because sin is what the transgression of the law. So you might be, see a filly, shove a man, right? Your flesh lust after, you have to reject that. Flesh maybe lust after some abominable, things. I say abominable, like I don't even want to call it meal or food. So maybe in our world we just love like shrimp or pork or whatever, See your flesh lust after them things, you have to reject it. And other things, whatever, that go against the spirit, go against righteousness. The flesh may want it, but you have to reject it. Right? Says that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of Yahweh. For the time past of what life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles, when he walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, ravelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatry. So once we were a part of that world madness, but now we have been brought out of it, And that takes place by what? Suffering, the struggles of what you in this field. For what this narrow path, we keep on that, steady path. Right, so we go through things. The scripture said there was some strange well, I think I write this, so I got actually there. Verse 12. It says, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trials to try you. So don't think it's strange, right? Concerning the fiery trial. The stress and the hell and the painful things that will go through. Don't think it's strange. It says as though some strange thing happened unto you. So out of the blue, so to speak, some things can happen to us. Like, where do I come from? How is this even possible? Because divine, the Most High set it up that way for things happen to us, right? For purify us from certain messed up attitude or characteristics that we may have. It says, but rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Yahweh's suffering, because he was made perfect through suffering. So we basically have the whole soul of Yahweh will go through the same thing. The servant is not greater than his master, and the scripture said, 144,000 follow the Lamb wheresoever you go it. But rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Yahweh's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. So what did Yahweh tell the disciples? And he said one wants to sit on him right and one wants to sit on him left. Yahweh say, you can baptize at the same baptism when I baptize of. And he said something as well, I can't remember one. He said, yeah. And he said, indeed I will go through it. Indeed I will go through the struggles, the sufferings, because it was to make us purified, make us perfect, so we not go through hell, It's not no nice. The scripture said, no chastisement in the present seems joyous, but grievous. But we're supposed to try to focus on it as much as possible during those times is the end result. Right? The reward. As the scripture tells you, Yahweh. So back to 2 Corinthians 4 verse 17 says, 16, it says, for which cause we fear not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affection, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal, which is the kingdom of heaven. That's what we're looking for. That's the ultimatum. Alright? Let's get one more. Hebrews 12:1 says, wherefore seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doeth so easily beset us. Let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh. So he endured it. He was made perfect through suffering. So he go through the purifying process, right? Because what he looked onto, the end result. He was goal orientated. Seriously, let the high be single. Right? Focus on one thing, so don't get distracted. And so what is this for? And why am I have to go through all this now? It's needed. He says, skipping to 5, it says, and he hath forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. As the scripture also says in the book of Corinthians, it says, when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. Because there's a great condemnation coming, a great destruction coming, which Lord will want to be saved from that. So we go take a look for now, so we can, get the correction. Right? So it says, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. So don't give in, give in. It says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, wherefore all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection to the Father of spirits and live? For they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure, but he for profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. No, no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yielded peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Wherefore, lift up the hands which hang down, and the feeble knees, and make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way, but let it rather be healed. You know? So the world here, man, we're going to go through struggles, going to go through the fire. It's necessary. You know, the captain was made perfect through suffering. Scripture also says what? To what was chosen through the furnace of adversity. It was through the adversity we go through, that's what making us, refined. Meat for the master's use. So we go through the refining process with the suffering. So let's accept it and look on it for what it really is. The strange things what happen to us is to basically make us purified, make us, perfect in the sight of Yahweh Shem Shai. With that, giving our praises to Yahweh Shem Shai, Shem Karkodash, the one is unto our elders and apostles of great millstone. And shalom to the full leg. Shalom.